Hello and welcome to the fourth round of the Mercedes-Benz UCI Downhill World Cup here in the gorgeous bike kingdom in Lenzerheide. We are fresh off world champs and into a brand new week, and here to help me with women's qualification is the gorgeous Tracey Hannah.
Hello, thank you for having me, Lauren. Always good to be back in Lenzerheide.
Always a pleasure to have you. It's been a big old week, hasn't it? And the turnaround time is literally nothing. It's less than usual. How do you think the girls have prepared for that coming into today?
Yeah, I mean, less than a week from one of the most high-stress races of the whole season. So I think that either they're just going to put it behind them and pretend it never happened, or they're going to be feeling it a little bit, a little run down.
And we are going to see exactly what the women have got. We're going to be camped out at the finish line, getting all of their reaction. You've come down, you've gone fastest. How pleasing is that one?
Yeah, I'm happy to take the first position for the moment, but yeah, I have a good run, a safe run. I try to push, but it stays hard, but I'm happy.
Emily, that's the second flat that's come down in qualifying. What's catching everybody out?
Before the last split, I went a bit too far inside in that turn, and there's huge rocks coming out, like from people riding, and luckily I have a cush current, so I could ride the end. But obviously you see the split, I lost a lot of time at the bottom, so I'm not sure this is going to be enough. Like, qualifying will be tight.
Val, how are we doing? Are you happy with that run?
I don't know, I'm actually so over it now. I just want, don't even want to win. Like, I just want to get a podium or something, so I don't mind actually, just want to be safe and not crash again.
Well, you're wearing the rainbow stripes, you come down, you went fastest. I bet that is exceptionally pleasing.
Well, yeah, it was not my best run, a few mistakes, but coming down the finish, I was like, if you do some mistake, it means you are attacking the track, so good first quali.
It's like only 6 days since your World Champs run. Are you feeling like a little bit of pressure and extra fatigue?
Being tired, yes, of course, I am a bit more tired, mentally and physically, but I know if my head is good, even if I'm not 100%, I can still push.
Tan, I know you've had a tough week with your neck and trying to manage all of like world champs and...
Hello. I'm really proud of you.
But to come back and put in a really strong qualifier, does that build back some of the confidence?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with where my head's at today. And there's loads to work on, so I just tried to kind of, like I said to you, my goal was to be kind to myself this week and try and attack the whole track, so I ticked that box today, so I'm quite happy.
Well, a fast and furious women's qualifying, a couple of punctures and a track that is catching people out. But Trace, I mean, what have we learned from that? How are these guys going to have to approach tomorrow knowing what they now know about this track in these kind of intense conditions?
I mean, it's clear that Miriam wearing that rainbow jersey suits her, and she is on a high, and she is flying down the hill, winning with over 4.5 seconds up her sleeve. And then the next two girls, which is Tiny and Valley, are on the same half second. I think what we're seeing is this is going to be very, very tight racing, and they're going to need to squeeze everything they can out of the track tomorrow.
Tracey, thanks so much. I say goodbye.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
I will indeed. And coming up is men's qualification, and Elliot Jackson's on board with me. Els, one of the things that we saw was a lot of flat tyres and a bit of a fork problem, but people actually coming up against this track and quite not expecting what it throws at them. From walking it yesterday, what did you make of it?
Well, I think all of the riders on Wednesday kind of wrote it off. They were just like, this is bike parky, especially coming from Italy. But practice yesterday, every single person really had to respect it so much more because it was so slippery, so many things to kind of figure out.
Who's your money on? The worst question ever!
I don't know, like Loris one time qualifying, I think it's just so hard to say because, man, like anyone can take it now.
And you know what? We are going to find out very shortly. We're at the finish line, we'll wait for the riders to cross that finish line, and we'll find out exactly what they're thinking. After all the injuries and stuff you had to deal with at the early stages of the season last year, how does it feel just to be back?
It's good to be back. I'm loving it. I love racing. Nothing beats it, you know. Elliot will tell you the same.
It's true, it's true.
I think I get a sense of it. Maybe not on a bike, though.
I honestly almost shit my pants. It was the scariest moment of my life.
Amory, for a man who's taking it easy till the end of the season, that was a pretty fast run.
But I'm just excited. I made the cut. I was not protected. So
he's in top 60. Top 60.
Yeah, that's sick.
Door-to-door service is what we call this.
You don't waste no time, do you? I was looking as I come around the corner and I saw +1, and then I guess I brought a few tenths back at the bottom here. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Yeah, I need time to register.
I came in big on that one, didn't I? I'm sorry.
I feel like more than anyone, you know how to ride these really precise tracks.
I don't know, man. I felt like I didn't push. I was riding smooth and trying to carry the speed. And I have the feeling this is the secret here, because you can easily like mess up a section that kills your speed for the whole next 10 seconds. And so I rode smart today, and I think I will keep that mindset for tomorrow.
How did you get such speed and get down so quickly and safely at the same time?
It's actually really tricky. Like, it's a mix between not trying too hard and trying enough, and I swear it's really hard. And like my time practice was without any pedal, and it's not much slower. So I was tired. I just cranked pedals and try to be smooth, but we'll see tomorrow really.
I spy a familiar face in the crowd, and I mean, we're very happy to see you back at Racing G. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks. Not too bad. Nice to be back at a World Cup at last.
Good to hear it. I mean, you sat and you've watched everything that's just unfolded in qualification, and you probably would have chatted to your teammates as well. What's the feedback?
Lenzerheide is notoriously difficult to balance that kind of that edge. You know, you're pushing, you're charging, but it's a tricky course to go absolutely flat out on. You know, you have to tiptoe a bit. It's quite loose. It's quite narrow, but the lines have to be perfect, and the times are very tight. So, you know, there's not a lot to separate the riders. So I think tomorrow it'll be a difficult final.
Wow, this really is a track that throws just about everything at you. But firstly, it's so good to see G back at the races, even if he's not on his bike, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, that guy is a madman. I can't express that enough. It's so insane, but good to see him back.
And what's so interesting is the general theme is very much to ride this kind of within your limit, give or take David Trimmer. Is that going to be key to the success on Saturday's race?
I think you heard a lot of people talking about like this limit. Some people said like, yeah, I rode smooth, and then you heard Loris kind of say like, I tried my best, but I didn't really take that much time off. So it feels like there's kind of the ceiling, and like how close can you get to that? And we'll see people, maybe flats, maybe crashes on Saturday, trying to find that ceiling.
We will indeed. And so you guys at home, make sure that you join me, Elliot, Tracey Hannah, Rob Warner for Downhill Finals on Saturday, only on Red Bull TV. We will see you there.